Hello everybody, this is Dezarus, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the haslab. This is their latest project. We're a little late to the party in the UK, but this is their amazing Deathsaurus figure. So with this video we're going to unbox him in a second, have a look at the entire contents of the packaging, and believe you me, there is an absolute abundance of accessories, attachments and mini little bots as well, which is great. We are then going to do some comparisons with this version and the original one, as well as having a good look at both of these figures in, of course, both of their modes, just to see how they do sort of display. I'm going to really struggle, as you can see, getting these guys to fit on here. We'll do some comparisons with some other figures, including Hasbro's haslab Victory Saber and some mainline figures as well, again just to give you an idea, I suppose, of the sheer scale of this amazing figure. So I've got to confess, and those of you who've watched me do the unboxing a couple of days ago, I did exactly that. I did the full unboxing because that was a video worth in itself, because the amount of things that come with this is crazy. But I'm going to quickly discuss it with you as we go through. Now unfortunately I'm going to really struggle to try and show you just how good this box is, so you're going to have to bear with me while I pop that there and then just lift up and show you the beautiful artwork on the front of here. The legacy there you can see is reflective purple, and there he is sitting on his throne, just looking stunning. On the one side we've got the accessories, so tiger chest, eagle chest, I always forget the name of that, I think it's the anti-gravity, excuse the reflection, the mace, and again tiger chest is at the bottom. Apologies for the reflection, but it'll sort itself out in a second. And then on the other side we've got some actual product images. So I suppose to give you an idea, this box is easily as big as a Titan figure, if not bigger, to be honest. So inside, it came packaged inside, I'm not even going to bother bringing it back in, inside 2 shipping boxes as they promised, with all the corner protectors, and he came in robot mode like this. So before we have a quick look at him, I want to show you everything else. So there is the base, which doubles up as a flight stand, and exactly, you can just put the throne on as well. The throne itself is enormous. So to give you a quick idea of how big the throne is, I've got a couple of legacy figures here next to me. That is of course leader class Dreadwing, and he doesn't even make it. You know, it's crazy. If I was to sit him in there, it would look like a child in a high chair. Right, and we've also got that just connects to the stand, so it's either to have him, of course, flying in his kaiju mode, or indeed when he's up in robot. Then we've got the shield, which, same as the original Generation 1 figure, doubles up as a tail. Then we've got the huge gun. I am going to get the name of this gun properly done by the time we finish this video. So this came folded up as far as I remember. Well, did it come out? Yeah, because I'm sure I had to. Yes, I'm pretty sure I had to straighten it out like this. But again, to give you an idea of the length of this gun, here is a Voyager class bludgeon, and it's well over 1.5 of him, nearly 2. So that's just, as I say, a couple of the accessories. Then we've got the arrow, which doubles, which obviously goes into the bow of Tiger Chest, who said person comes here like this. We've got chrome. It's amazing. It's so good to see chrome on these figures. Now these you had to actually attach yourself. Again, you can see all this in the separate video if you like to. Then of course, because it's legacy and because it's a big figure, we've got some blast effects. So we've got all of these here like so, pretty much the same as Victory Sabers. And then we've just got a couple of connectors as well. That's going to connect to the shield, I believe. Yeah, that'll connect to the shield, and for the stand, oh, and then we've got Pippi and Bloater, which were the 2 Micromasters to complete the rescue squad. This of course is a completely new mold. We'll have a look at them in a second. So I'm pretty sure, looking around me, that that's all of the accessories, apart from the absolutely ginormous instruction set. So there you go, that is everything that comes inside the package. I think that's everything I've got out there. Yeah, it's very impressive, and again, let's not be honest, sorry, let's not disillusion ourselves. Why? This is a haslab project. It's premium priced, so you are going to pay that little bit more. I didn't show you the sword or the mace, did I? They're there, but I forgot to show you them. So yeah, you're paying your premium, but what I really like and appreciate about this is exactly that. You are getting what I would say is your money's worth, because it's I'd say it's pretty much just over a commander class size. You've got a weapons pack with it. You've got the equivalent of what would be 2 core class figures. You've got, of course, the equivalent of 2 Micromasters as well. And then, as I say, the weapons pack and everything else just really makes up for this. This as well is absolutely stunning. So look at this. It's got an ab crunch. There you go. It genuinely has an ab crunch. You can see it moves inside there. And this is, of course, one of the most, I suppose it's something that you don't see very often, apart from maybe on Masterpiece or premium figures. But that is a genuine ab crunch. It is not there just for the transformation processes. The head itself, it looks like, yeah, there's more chrome there on the top, on the visor. It is fully articulate. It will go, it will spin all the way around. It's just stiff. Oh, will it? Yes, it will. It's just very stiff. In fact, it won't. I'm fibbing, but I don't want to break it. It'll look side to side and it will look up and down. The arms themselves, are they going to go up? You can tell I've not really played with this yet, so I'm panicking. Yes, they should do. They do tab in though like that, so these are going to come up and give you full T. There's also these hinges on them though, which give you butterfly hinges as well, so you can really pose that. There's the bicep flexion. It'll come right up by the looks of it. I'm not too sure. The fist or wrist will rotate. There's articulation, yes, in the fingers, including separating the middle and index finger, which is great. You can see there's obviously a waist swivel because it's trying to do that all of the time. The wings, you can move back, position these up and down, etc. There's not that much kibble on the back, which is really good. Whereas the original one had, because of the head, had like a huge dragon's head on the back, so it looked like there was more kibble. What I really like about this, I'm just going to keep that gun out of his hands, is look at the similarities between that. The back of the legs are pretty much exactly the same. The transformation process, I believe, is pretty much exactly the same. And surprisingly enough for me, the haslab is bigger than the original. The reason why I say that is because the Victory Saber is a lot smaller, and I'll probably try and show you that towards the end of the video as well. So with regards to the rest of the articulation, you've got some hip skirts here, so the legs can kick, as you can hear on ratchets, all the way up to where the skirt is. It will also swivel at the top of the hip, knee bend on more ratchets, ankle tilt and rock, as you would expect, fully articulate, and exactly that, you know, pretty much Masterpiece scale articulation, again, which you'd expect with the price. The paint apps look fantastic. It's so nice actually having chrome back on figures. So being a generation 1 collector myself, obviously, it's just really good to have that. You could store loads of things on it. See one of these attachments on the back, if you wanted to, you could store the arrow, which is of course from Tiger Chest. It was called Tiger Breast during Victory. So if I mistakenly say that, that's because originally they were called Tiger Breast and Eagle Breast. I've just noticed that I'm missing the Eagle Chest, which I'm sure I'm going to find somewhere in a second underneath all of this. What I want to do though is I want to now show you him in alternate mode before coming back to robot, popping everything on him and showing you all the things that he does. So let's have a look at him in his alternate mode. Okay, then we're back and he's in his alternate mode. Apologies, no transformation process on this video. That is because I have separately uploaded it. So I hope you find it interesting and indeed useful if you've got one for yourself. Now, this is just as basic as he comes. He hasn't got any of the things attached to him yet. I'm going to, of course, be showing you that in a second. But again, I just want to, I suppose, just say how much I liked it. It is very much like the original transformation process. And again, you'll see in a second, they've just done a really good job with it. The articulation on it is crazy. So you've got articulation on the head and the neck, quite a bit there, of course, on the jaw as well. I'm going to start attaching things to it in a second, again, just to give you an idea. So on the small arms, you've got up at the shoulder, at what is of course the elbow. On the large legs, you've got full ratchet joints there, you've got your knee bends, you've got your ankle tilt and rock, and you've even got individual toes. See how they come out as well? That's just a little touch that I didn't even realize it did, to be honest. I just thought that's something really nice, and again, just something extra. The tail, of course, was the shield that keeps everything all neat together and held exactly like that. We can now bring in some of the blast effects if we wanted to and start to attach these, so that looks great there. This attachment here is exactly what I thought it would be. So if we want to pop him on the flight stand, see, we've got this little tab there. This is now going to fit nice and snug in there like so. Then we're going to take the base plate, which again does double up as the stand. So because we want it to be a flight stand, let's slot that in there. We've already attached this, so this should, and I've not done this yet, so I probably may regret this. Maybe it's something I should have done beforehand, but I like everything to be, I suppose, there you go, like this. So there we go, I've got that up there. There's also, I've seen images, so let's see if I can replicate it. There we go, of this. So there's little ports on the back, so we can start to attach some of the blast effects. And I have completely been turned by having these blast effects. I was not interested in either way, shape or form in blast effects at first, but now I do just think they're great. And it's just such a shame for myself personally that I don't have the proper space to do any better displays with them. Now you can of course liven them up a little bit more. What I mean by that is attach eagle chest and tiger chest, so this will fit in there. We can fold these lovely chrome things up. You can put both in, to be honest. Oh, there he is. I've found, of course, eagle chest. I just want to pop this guy in at the minute just to give you again an idea of what he looks like with more things attached. Again, I probably should have popped it in beforehand, but you can see now he's starting. He's not pushed all the way in, but just starting to look that little bit better, because I think that a lot of alt modes suffer, and I think especially when it's, you know, a mythical creature, it's not as if they've got anything to go by with this particular character. And indeed, of course, and there's loads of, not controversy, but there's loads of different opinions on what it is, if it's a griffin, if it's a dragon, if it's kaiju, etc. So it's quite difficult, I would imagine, to make an alternate mode like that. I'm going to bring in the original. Now what I've had to do, again, purely down to space and sizes, I've not got the tail on this, but I am going to attach it in a second. But again, they've just got everything down to a T, to be honest. They really have. If I can bring this in here, bring that in there, again, give you an idea of course, the main difference you'll see straight away is that the toes and the head aren't chrome. But it, again, I'm blown away by this. I think it's fantastic. It does look great. And I've already messaged Evan to say what a good job he's done on this. So that's that for now. I'm going to take him off the stand, and as I say, let's attempt to do a few more things with him in this particular mode. So let's lift this off of here. Now he does look, if I want to be super pedantic, he does a bit like everybody said Ultra Magnus's shoulders were too wide, and I think that's only from certain angles. When he's like that looks obviously there, and mine's just popped out typically as well. But I don't think it's too bad. I think it's okay. I think it not disguises it, that's probably the wrong word. Let's move this out of the way. Whoops. It gets away with it because it is such a big and wide figure. So if you've got these on the back like so, it's not too bad. If I bring that down, we could also bring in, is it the living matter? I'm going to get this by the end of the video, believe you me. There's that cannon. This can also be attached over the top of this shoulder here. So I probably need to move tiger chest. This should clip. It should do. Yep, there you go. So you can make it look like he is in fact firing that as well. Here's eagle chest, and I just wanted to show you this because, as I said, I did think, obviously I mentioned it in the price point, the intricacies I suppose in this, the detail in it, and the fact that you get all these bonus things which do really, as I say, round it up and make it worth the price point. I said these are probably core class. They are easily the same sort of size as a core class figure, which I'm going to show you in a second. So you've seen I've just transformed that. It's, I suppose, quite self-explanatory, but even in this there's you know, loads of articulation. You can move the neck there. There's all the articulation points at the wings there as well, the tail, the feet, the ankles, etc. And although this is just, I suppose, a flat figure, it's completely way bigger than this, with, you know, probably just as many accessories and probably weighs just about the same, or indeed just your normal core class figure like a wheelie there. Right, let's get him standing up. And in fact, funnily enough, while we're here then, let's bring in the original. So we go, oh, I haven't even folded out the tail. See, something else I forgot. There you go. And there's the original as well. And the original one was quite big, to be honest, but you could, the homages, they're just, it's just amazing. It really is so good. I'm going to keep him there just for a second. Let's see what else I think I can do in this mode. To be honest, I don't think there's much more. I'm going to take this off. I could, of course, as I said, had eagle chest in the eagle mode and pressed inside, but I didn't need to. I'm going to take tiger chest out, and I imagine, as I say, that you can attach more blast effects here, there, and everywhere. Like I could have obviously on to the actual cannon itself, but I think, to be honest guys, that's pretty much all there is to say about him in robot mode. I can see people actually displaying this guy in robot mode, especially if they're using the stand, or indeed if they're hovering it from the ceiling perhaps. But I definitely think, and I'm sure you'll all agree, and hopefully the next segment of the video is going to really, you know, put it into, I suppose, context and perspective why the robot mode is so much better. So we're going to come back for the final time, get him in his robot mode, and then do a load of comparisons and display ideas. Okay, we're back and he's in his robot mode. I'm not going to say final time in his robot mode because there's just too much to show you with this, and hopefully I'm going to do again my best to show you all the things that I've just had a quick look at the instructions, and let's hope that they work. So I've got, as I say, eagle chest. I've just very quickly attached some of the blast effects to him. That's one of the pictures inside the book, so that's something again you can do with that, which makes it look great. Tiger chest is the articulation and the intricacy on this is crazy. I'm going to show you when I transform him back to chest mode, but there's loads going on in there. And when that comment I meant earlier about the fact that there's way more going on here than I think there is in some core figures, it's totally true. I mean, look, you can move the head side to side, it can look up and down, there's articulation in the jaw, there's articulation in each of the shoulder or the top part of the hind and the front legs, as well as the bottom part. The tail as well folds out and moves up and down. This will also slide in and out. Oh, I just knocked this off. Now remember, I'd say that does happen because they come separately attached. There's so much going on with it, it's crazy. Right, there's the large gun with the blast effects attached to it again. So what we can do, we can either attach this to the shoulder, or you can fold down the huge handle that is in here. One thing to make a note of, that the handle, all the grip parts, they're masterpiece style tabs rather than your normal 5mm ports. So obviously what I mean by that is all of the normal guns just have 5mm ports, and that usually is the case, but with this being maybe a haslab and it's, I suppose, masterpiece scale, they are all, well, not scale, sorry, masterpiece price point, they are all using the exactly that. They're using the masterpiece way of holding on to things. So even in the flail there, you can see, if I open up this, you can probably see the cutout in the hand, so we can slot that in there. That will now tab into position. He says, can I see what I'm doing? No, of course I can't. This should tab into position inside the hand. I'm going to try reach through and around. I'll show you what I'm trying to do. See, there's a cutout there right against the back of his hand, and this should, there you go, hold into position. So you can see, even if I do that, it won't fall out now. So that holds in there. He can then, of course, with his open up hands, hold this in the other like so. That's just great. To be fair, this is from Masterpiece 5 Megatron. It just works. That looks really, really good. So if we turn our attention to the shield, that was, of course, the tail. This now does use this attachment, and this is, by the looks of it, gonna go, aha, that way round. There we go. So perhaps, no, that's it. This can also be held inside the hand like so, but also, let me see if I can work out this. Can it go somewhere else? Maybe if it goes that way, yes, there you go. It can also go that way. And funnily enough, there's me just talking about 5mm ports. This, now you take the shoulder here, you apply a little bit of pressure, and then you can fold this bit out there. I'm hoping that's just managed to stay in shot. Yes, it has. And then you can attach this to the right shoulder, pretty much, you know, exactly the same as how the original one looked, which funnily enough I'll bring up very quickly and pop there just again, just so you can see the size. Now this is a big Generation 1 figure, but this guy is towering over him, which is so good for so many reasons. There's still so much I want to try and get shown you with regards, I suppose, to the accessories. So I can take this out of his hand like so, and then look how cool this is. It's like they really have thought of everything. You can drop that into the back there, and then that can be stored in the back of the alternate mode's neck. We've then got the ridiculous, I'm not going to say oversized, but the ridiculously good sword. That looks stunning. We're going to pop that in the hand, exactly the same principle. Let's see if I can get it right this time. Slot it in. There we go, first time, getting used to that, which you can see. And then we've also got the case of the large gun as well, same with that. So I'm going to lift this up, I'm going to hopefully pop this in there pretty much first time. This might not fit though now because I've put all the accessories, blast effects and everything on. I need to adjust the wings. I nearly knocked the camera over. Is it going to fit? Can't see what I'm doing. It should be flush against that there. Right, let me see what I can do, or see what I'm doing rather. Line this up. There we go. I felt it actually drop in, so you can close that in. I can lift the arm up and I can rotate, he says, rotate that over. I've just knocked it out and sort of stance him like that. It's crazy. I'm just trying to get it to fit on screen. So let's just lift this up a teeny tiny bit more. Right, that's just, as I say, pretty much the main accessories, but not the ones that, of course, I think people want to see with regards to the chest and stuff. So let's bring this down. I will take this out just for now, just because it's going to make the camera focus on it and stuff. And then what I was saying earlier, so of course, you see, you can turn this around, then we can attach this that way, and then of course this will fit in his hand the same as all the other masterpiece attachments did. So I'm going to do it just because I want to try and get everything done on this video. I'm not going to, I don't think so, because there's probably going to be things that people have found out, maybe a few Easter eggs that again we don't really know, or we're not privy to just yet. But there's the shield. That's how that poses there. In fact, yeah, let's have a look at how we can attach him. I think it's going to attach the same. Let me see if I can work out where it's going to attach. I'll do that in a second, actually. Let's do the chest first and foremost. So let's take this out of his hands, purely because it's going to take away too much of the focus. So there we go. We've got the wings back ever so slightly. So here is eagle chest. So we're going to fold these parts in. Let's fold the guns and the legs over first. You can see they've got their cutouts. They'll fold in there. Fold that bit over. I always forget that. Fold the head, fold that over. That could also be held as well. You see, like a masterpiece, we can hold it in his hand as well. This will then fold over and fold over like so. And then pretty much, I was going to say like a sound wave chest, but not really, because it's not really a cassette, but the principle is still the same. You can slot this in and you can push it all the way back. If you want to pop these out, you can see there's the cassette. We can just pop it out like so. I forgot that was in there. I'm going to take that out just in case as well. Now if we turn our attention to eagle chest, now let's see if I can remember how to do this. So slide this out, rotate that around, and where are these going to go? This is going to go there. That's it. That's going to go alongside it. Fold it out. So look how intricate this is. Make sure this is swung out like so. I've knocked that off again. It doesn't matter. It's not detrimental, but if I push it in more, it should stay. So swing this out. This is going to allow you to swing this in. Bring that over, fold that down, close that back up. Take this part, lift it up, fold the tail in, tuck that under and clip that in. And then adjust his head like so. Lift it forward, make sure that's clipped back in. And now we can slot in. Yep. There we go. And that's what Deathsaurus. I'm going to call him Dezarus though, because I love referring. That's obviously what I've always referred to him as on this channel. People know, as I say, that obviously I love the Japanese continuity, and I've always referred to him as Dezarus, and that's what we want to see. There you go. We can adjust the wings as well. Let's bring him back in, just for a brilliant comparison. And as I said in the unboxing I did, the similarities are just so uncanny, it's crazy. So we go that way, large shield on there. Look at the details, even on just the molding detail on it. So the fact you obviously got the feet there, the back up, all tucked up. The transformation process is so similar. There's all the back of the head, etc. Gaps are pretty much minimal. It's just, the best way I can describe it is it's an upgraded carbon copy of the original. The gun is completely different though. That's the original G1, and then this of course is the newer one. This has pretty much got the mace and everything built into the gun as well. Obviously we've got the large sword. What I need to do now though is let's see if I can actually put him on the throne. I'm probably going to mess this up, hopefully not. This is where long-term subscribers know that I never really practice anything beforehand. Sometimes it plays in, sometimes it works okay, sometimes it doesn't. Let's slide this out of the way, and then we're just going to attach these on there like so. And this is also another place where you can attach all of the accessories as well. So there's ports, I believe, for absolutely everything. I've not tried any of this yet. I would think No, what I'll do is I'll have a look at the instructions and do that for you properly. So let's pop him there. I think we're going to have to lift these out of the way, aren't we, today? So he's going to fit. Bend at the knees, lift this up, bend at the knees, and sit him in on his, yep, near enough on his throne. You can see I'm struggling with this, trying to reach around. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get him sat on that properly. Oh, that's not too bad. He's pretty much there. What I do need to definitely do for you though, guys, is just have a quick look at how to get all the accessories on the back, so I can show you that quickly as well, just before we do the comparisons. Oh, okay then, so I've managed to attach a few of the attachments to the back, and this just gives you an idea. As I said, they've all got their own individual designated slots. It really is super clever, to be honest. You can pop, as I say, absolutely every single thing into this if you did want to. I'm still trying to work out some of them, I've got to confess, but this just gives you an idea, I suppose, of how you do it. They've all got their own special tabs and cutouts, etc. But I just wanted to not spend too long showing you them, because again, there's so much more I've got to show you. So with regards to if I want to put him on the stand, obviously we had it that way around with this attachment for the alternate mode. Now what we need for this mode is we need to have it slotted in that way, and then there is a tab just there right between his legs. You can pop this in like so, that will rest there, and then once again you can have him posed out doing pretty much whatever you want. But that's just, I suppose that's just as easy as that. I didn't want to spend too much time on it. I just wanted to show you how easy it was to do that. You can then of course lean him in, move the animal's head just slightly forward so he's got more of an ab crunch, because don't forget that it does have an ab crunch, but this will hinder it ever so slightly. You can of course obviously bring the legs back, make it look like he is flying, bring these around, make it look like his arms are going forward. It's just great. Right, I now need to show you, we haven't even got to the comparisons yet and the other figures. What I need to do, let's move that out of the way again, is show you, I suppose, the bow and arrow mode. And this again is just super clever. So we've got that in there. Let's take out tiger chest. Let's pull these out. There you go. We've seen them swing out for the transformation part. We're then going to fold this bit out. This is going to now free up. Let me see if I open this up. Will it fit in there that way better? No. What this is going to do, that's going to rest there. You've got then these two parts now, which are going to attach, how clever is this, into the forearm like so. And then I definitely need some tweezers for this, or a spudger or whatever it is, because I've got no nails. Fold this bit out there of this part. Oh, maybe I need to lift this up first. No, it should just fold out like so. There we go. And there's this teeny little bit here. I'm thinking that this is going to attach from the back of here. Again, I'm going off all pictures rather than anything else. So that is going to rest. Is it? Yep, there you go. The arrow can either go there or the arrow can go there. There is the cutout provided, which you can see that I'm trying to, I don't understand. It went in on the other one. Do you know what? Just again, to keep the speed of the video going, that'll fit in there. Then this is the clever bit. Watch this. Them two cutouts, these two tabs. Let's take the arm out, obviously, out of the way. You can, because it's got this butterfly joint, so I can take it out there. I can then attach these two bits into the forearms and then bring this other arm over. Let me turn that out. I think you get the gist. Let me just pop this. Let me just pop the bow on first, and of course I think it'd be better if I put the arrow in the other hand. So that's going to go there. This will come over, and then of course you could attach there. But that's how you turn him into a bow and arrow. Basically, you've got to just do a few little movements. You can of course, as I said, pop these out like so. So I've popped eagle chest back out. I pretty much think I've covered most of this now. What I'm going to do for the final, well, just before we get to the final part, let's have a look at the Micromasters then. We haven't had a look at Pippi and Bloater yet at all. And again, I've not had to go transforming these. These shouldn't be too difficult. They are just Micromasters, but they do look nice. And it's great that we've obviously got the full rescue patrol to, well, completed now. That's just folded out. That's going to fold back. Ball and socket joints there. That's brilliant. And are these going to fold back? Yeah, there you go. The feet are going to fold back as well. So there they go. There is the first. And then here is the second. Let's just fold. In fact, I really should look at things before I just go straight into it. That's the, let's fold the legs out. separate them. They're going to be the, yep. Ah, there you go. These are quite intricate, to be fair. These are quite clever. I've not seen ones like this before. Does that mean these are going to come out a little bit more? I think they probably will do, but let's just show you them. I know you want to see Deathsaurus rather than just these, but there they are. That's them. Right, let's do the all-important couple of comparisons, and I'm just going to pop him back in. I've already done very briefly the original Deathsaurus. I'm going to bring him back in again just for a couple of seconds, then we'll get Victory Saber. And in fact, I'll do, while I've got them to hand, so I'm going to reach around and go too far. That's not going in because I've not pushed that all the way in. Now it's going to clip into place like so. There we go. So as I said, let's have a look at him. So there's a Voyager class figure, not even up to his waist. Leader class figure, just over his waist. For what, I don't even know why I'm going to bother bringing in a core class, but I might as well. Core class prime, we know the Micromaster size, and we've seen them. Right, let's make some space and bring in Victory Saber. So then let's move these out of the way. I definitely need a bigger review station for these types of figures. Right, let's have a look at this. That's him standing there. And I suppose the best thing about this is it does just do them justice with scale. So there you go. That gives you an idea of how big he is. And he was in the cartoon. The cartoon's amazing, guys. If you've not seen it, you really do need to watch Victory, because it really is, it's just something else. Right, well, they're both there. I know that not everybody collects these, so let's do a couple of other things just for some more I suppose size ideas. These aren't intended to scale, this is just to give you an idea. There's some Generation 1 figures. Oh, knocking everything over. See, no space. That's an MP Soundwave, and again, look at that, huge, massive compared to the Masterpiece Takara Soundwave. And then if we move on, I suppose, to some third-party figures that I know that other people like to collect, this will give you an idea of how big this particular figure is. So we've got Iron Factory, we've got Magic Square, we've got New Age. I've got another New Age here as well, just to give you an idea. There we go. One massive figure, absolutely brilliant, loads of accessories. I could talk about it all day. I think I've done him enough justice. Again, I probably could have showed you a few more things. If there's anything that you want me to show you in additional videos that I've not shown you on this, please do let me know. As I'm sure pretty much all of you out there are used to now, the fact that I do things like that. I like to, again, give everybody what they want to see. I think that's pretty much it for this though, guys. Thanks ever so much for watching. Let me know what you think of him in the comments. Let me know if you've got one. He's just spectacular, isn't he? Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.